Let's see. Let's see. What industry do you work for?
I'm in the music industry right now. I'm doing different projects, working on a venture project with the A&R Interscope. We're trying to increase stats for my online campaign, and I'm also signed to an independent label called Take Music Group.
Okay. And what is your music? What's your music? What industry in the music are you
I'm more of like a alternative hip hop, more like focus on word, lyrics, and message and subject matter.
in? Okay. So working in that industry, have you ever felt that your First Amendment right has ever been violated or questioned?
Um, as far as like what, like as well as like my
Like
rights or
your free speech or
um, no, nah. I pretty much been able to so far say and do whatever I need to say, get my message across. It's an industry where it's more glorified to be like um, typical than it is to be real. So this business don't really focus on where you know, getting out of place with your amendment rights.
so you write your own music or you have someone else writing for you?
I write, produce most of my own music. I do get outside beats from other producers, but as far as arranging and writing, yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to writing your lyrics, how do you write them? Do you write them clean or do you use profanity? What is your lyric?
I think that's the thing that separates me because I don't use the typical writing structure that everybody else uses. I don't go about it as glorifying women and things like that. I go about it as far as what is the music saying to me, and yeah, it's not really glorifying drugs and money. Even though I'm from those environments, I'm not glorifying it. So it's not cussing, it's not any vulgarity or nothing like that.
Okay. So everything's there's so when you produce your videos, all of them are clean. There's no obscene scenes in them.
I would say so. Yeah, I mean, some people would say is obscene. Some people would say different. Like weed and stuff like that. You might see me puff weed or something in my videos, but that's just something that I deal with. So
Okay. Have you ever let's see, you have a website, right?
hmm
Okay. Have you ever been censored because on your website, say by the FCC or know, any government type?
nah, not that.
Not it.
No.
Have you ever written any liable statements?
I mean, what?
Liable statements. Any statements that are not true, but
Um, what about my music?
mm-hmm.
Pretty much no. I mean, if I said it's got some type of you know, it's got some type of meaning or something behind it. Even me being around those situations, even though you're not talking, sometimes you can say stuff that's not even true, but it's still you can relate to it, so you can paint a picture. It's art, so you can paint what you
Okay.
used to being around.
Have you ever received a slander remark or been slandered before on your website or any type of source that?
Just by, I mean, I went and there's been things where we went and battle rapping, going at other rappers, so that causes like different fans to take sides. So yeah, on my YouTube and stuff like that, you got different fans. You got my fans going to war with MGK's fans and stuff like that. So
Have you resolved them these issues of slander, or have you just let them?
I would say nothing. I don't get into that. You know what I mean? I just I think that if you say something about my music, and even whether it's slander or if it's good, if I made you comment on it, then I did my job.
Okay. So you do hear a lot of hearsay or liable per se.
hmm
Okay. Uh, let's see, so, you being in the music industry, do you have any? Do you belong to any the SAG, AFTRA, or any of
Um,
those?
Actually, it's funny you said that because I've been endeavoring in different things like acting. People have told me that I have potential to act, so I've been looking into those type of things, and I'm looking into that right now.
Okay.
Maybe in the future, it should be I should look out for a role. I'm gonna be actually featured in an extra
Okay.
role.
So you haven't been in contact with the American Federation of Television or Radio Artists, just um, to know what your options out in the media, so you don't get, not saying trouble, but you know your rights,
Yeah, no, I haven't been contacted by those people,
or
but
the American Guild of Music Artists.
American Guild, the Writers Guild is different from my business, and the Writers Guild is more like um, we're in the same world, but we're in different offices. Like the Writers Guild deal with more like screenplays
Okay.
and those type of
So who controls your websites? You
things.
do,
I do,
or
and it's being hosted by Web.com. They're one of the biggest hosting posters on the websites on the web. So I deal with them.
so?
And,
So in dealing with that, so your website is under your control. It's registered. It's your trademark. It's copyrighted on
yeah,
you.
definitely. It's got Undisputed247.com. It's got different things like pictures. I'm about to go tour in January. It's gonna have all the dates, everywhere I'm gonna be in Germany. Um, just pretty much everything in my life. On there.
Okay. Has being a rapper in the music industry, has it harmed you or brought some kind of benefit to you?
At this point, no, it hasn't really brought. Um, At this point, it hasn't brought me any benefits right now. Only thing it's brought me is personal happiness. As far as income wise, I probably make an average around the average blue collar worker that's going to work every day. I'm still fighting to get to a place where I'm comfortable and I'm not where I'm living where I need to live to be successful and comfortable. It's different. It's a different work ethic in this business, but you stay at it. I believe you can get far. So um, it's been good. It gives me personal happiness. It makes me happy, and that's what all that matters. Anybody should do what they love, whether you rap or whatever you want to do. You should just do it.
Okay. So also you say you going back to what you said, that you write your own music and
Mhm.
everything. Have you consented? Have you let some artists use your lyrics, or have you?
I've written for other artists silently. Um, I have
So is that work registered under you?
yeah, like I have an artist under my company LLC under my label, which we're developing. Anything he would drop would go under my label, and we'll split it like as a percentage and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
Have you ever, I guess, signed a contract, getting, um, what is it, retransmission consent for someone else to use what
like made.
what you published, or made a video or anything like that?
Yeah, people that do videos and stuff like that that make my videos, they gotta sign something saying they won't release it if it's a single or
Mm-hmm.
something before the time. But pretty much I keep the copyrights pretty much between me and the person or persons making the music.
Um, have you heard of what is it called? Can't find it right now. Let's Yeah. So when you signed your contract, you read all the small little print and everything that said, um, if any, regarding your work. If the work being published belongs to the company or is under your.
It's additionally a 50-50 split. So that going on digital and that going on mechanical royalties. See, I don't really like my contract, because it's a 50-50 split with my label. But it's more like if you sell 5,000 copies online, they get 50% of it because they put 50 there because it comes from their database of them promoting it. If you
Okay.
sell 5,000 CDs in the store, they get 2,000, 500 of that. So it's just like it's
Okay,
not.
so you
It's a
saying
50-50
that
split.
so you saying that you don't like your contract.
Mm-mm.
Um, what would you do
I hate it.
differently to your contract?
I
What would
would
you include in it or take out from the contract?
I would add in the more incentives for the artists, more you know, different, overall it would be a different contract. The language would be different. It wouldn't say the artist has to pay this to, split this, and then the label, um, you know, gets money from your work that they're not even contributing to the work, but they're getting, money from your project. They should get money for helping sell the project, but a 50-50 split is still, and they would tell you that the business in this business labels aren't giving 50, so they're proud to give 50. They're making you feel happy to have 50 when really 50 is not enough. So um, I'm more of an artist that don't care. Like I don't care what my label say. Like I'll set my own tour up. Like I'll do my own thing. I don't care about a record label. As far as I'm concerned, they just holding my current project right now, but they're not holding me. I'm doing more stuff without them than they could do for me. So to have them take 50% is just like it makes me laugh.
Okay. So, are you aware if your company is giving you uh, has a blanket license with your work?
Mm.
Blanket license meaning it allows other users to perform any of your copyrighted work, um, the whole thing or a little portion of it.
Yeah, they have the rights to solicit to different movie and different things, but of course I would get the balance remaining, whatever split whatever thing they take to the movies or anything, I get the royalties for it. But they do have the right to solicit it for their purposes.
Do you have a option of saying I want to work on this project, or they just.
Yeah, it's basically just a one CD deal. So the thing that's been holding the CD up is just the fact that I don't like the some of the provisions in the contract. So there's been a lot of differences between that. So in the meantime, I've been dropping different projects and keeping my fans happy. And now I'm going on a tour that I set up myself. So I don't look at it as um, I look at it as just being like you're signing somebody and you guys still have to work some things out. And until that get worked out, you guys ain't going to see eye to eye. So it's kind of like that's where I'm at with those people.
So, okay, you being a rapper in the
Mm-hmm.
music industry, um, and you have a fellow colleague come up to you and say, "I want to get into the music industry. What do you recommend? What are the options you would present to them?"
Somebody just asked me that. I got an email on my website, and you'd be surprised. There's people that will actually ask you for advice of to get into a business where you know that it's not the best thing for them they're not going to persevere. You know, because you can't just say I want to be in this business and then not expect to go through hardships and stuff like that. So I wouldn't even recommend um, you come in unless you got passion. And that makes people even want to come in even more because they want to prove that they got passion. But I think that people need to sit down and really realize where they want to go. And then once they figure that out, nothing can stop them. So I would tell them that. But I get emails all the time, and I don't even answer those emails because I want them to email me again.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, and my professor says has a thing that if you're a writer, don't stick to writing one perfect story. Continue writing and writing. Do you do the same in the?
Yeah, I got to be honest with you, I got a screenplay. I'm working on two screenplays. One of them about my life, and another one is a fiction story um, about an undercover FBI agent. And I was actually talking to Eddie Kretzker. He's a producer of ABC. Um, he's actually interested in taking on the screenplay. I haven't got to return his email. I'm sorry, Eddie, but I've been real busy because I got school and everything's going on in my life. It's kind of I got a lot of stuff going on, but I will get back to him. I think he can help me get that story out. So yeah, I'm not just a music writer. I write stories too.
Okay. Do you, they say everyone in the music industry has notebooks and notebooks of all the music they wrote. How many do you have?
None. I don't write my music down in notebooks no more.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just think that my handwriting sucks. So I can't. I mean, when you can't read your own handwriting, it's bad. So I
So
can't
do
read
you
my.
record them or?
I would usually just type it down on the computer, and then I gotta remember it. So if I don't do that, I'm remembering in my head.
Okay. Also, let's see. Ethics. They say not many artists have ethics. That they disregard ethics when it comes to doing business in this industry. How do you feel about that?
I think this music industry sucks as far as ethics. Um, I'm gonna give it to you real, like it sucks. You know what I mean? The ethics sucks. You're talking about people that just take advantage of people's dreams. Um, some people ain't fit for the industry, and some people know that, and then they will let those people believe that they are, and then take money from them, knowing that they won't even have a chance. And there's people like me that just love the business so much that I spot these people from a mile away, and sometimes I'm even entrapped in some of these schemes and different things like that. It makes me want to just you know, just stay focused and make it so I can, you know, keep people aware. And it also makes me want to leave sometimes, like get away from different areas where, like America. Sometimes you got to just go. Sometimes just as an artist, and not just stay somewhere where everything's saturated and everybody's doing the same thing. So, um, yeah, it's a lot of schemes and people looking like this dude. He charged. He wanted the Eddie guy. He doesn't even want money like that. Like he's willing to take a screenplay off my hand, and that just goes to show you the music industry and the movie business, where he's willing to take a screenplay and hand it off to some execs for not even that much, not nothing really. And when you got a music guy who'll say, "Give me $1,000 and I'll host your mixtape." It's like, what is you hosting my mixtape gonna do for me for $1,000? And you got a naive artist that's gonna say, he is verified on Twitter, he is kind of popular. Maybe I should let this guy host my mixtape and then I'll get popular. And that's not how it works. The only way to do anything out here is to go get it and get in front of the people and do that. So somebody telling you they can give you some overnight is a scheme, and you got to know that.
So we know what they have. What are your ethics?
What?
What
As
when
far
when it comes to being a professional?
my ethics,
Yes.
I just practice. I don't know. I learn. I just want to learn. I don't know. My ethics is just I take it serious. So like I don't work with just anybody. Um, I went to school for the music, so I don't know. I think it's cut off, but I don't know. I just learned the art before I went out there and started, telling people my story. I actually went to school, graduated, and learned what the hell I was doing before I actually just jumped out and said, "This is what I do." So my ethics comes from um, organized training of learning the art through an institution and bringing it into my life, making that creating my own way through what I learned.
If you had one thing to change about your life, the way you lived it, what would you change? What would you make different? Or would you keep it the same?
So I wouldn't do that. Only thing I would do different is maybe not cut my hair. I'm sorry I cut my hair. I was on the road to getting locks and I cut it off. But I don't regret nothing. I love my life. I'm living my dreams. I come from Ohio, and I'm in California. I'm living my dreams.
So you feel everything you've done so far has a purpose, is headed in the right directions for you.
Definitely, definitely. I got a positive message to tell. The world ain't even heard my story yet. Everywhere I go, I touch people. People love me. People love my spirit. So I feel like I'm a special person, and I think that the world is yet to know what I got to offer, and that's where we're going towards that. We're going towards the world, the message of letting the world know who we are and what I stand for, and where I'm going, which is through my music.
Okay. Last thing. To all the people who hate you and love you, what's the message you want to give them?
Love Jesus Christ.